Mount Thomas Police.
My name's Moira Field. I'm on my own here. My father's away. There's someone outside. I can hear them. They're trying to break in. I'm at Oakley Stud.
Oakley Stud, that's just past Sandy Creek, isn't it?
Yes, about 20 kilometres. Please, hurry.
On my way.
What's happening?
That's a Miss Field, Oakley Stud, just past Sandy Creek, about 20 clicks. Sounds like a simple burglary, but can you grab Nick and Maggie for backup, just in case?
Miss Field, Oakley Stud, past Sandy Creek, about 20 kilometres. Okay.
Wine there yet?
That's it.
Mount Thomas Police.
Has he left yet?
I'm sorry. Who's that?
Miss Field from Oakley Stud.
Oh, Miss Field, I'm Constable Patterson's wife. He should be there very soon.
I think they're in the house.
Miss Field, he'll be there any moment.
They're in the hall. I can hear them. Put it down. I've got a gun.
This is Mount Thomas 303 VKC approaching Oakley Stud. Heard one shot fired from within the house, someone yelling inside.
603 and 311 are making their way there now.
Thanks, VKC, we'll advise.
What's happening?
Police, come out of the house! Police, come out!
Miss Field, please, what's happening?
I shot one. He had a gun and I shot him.
Is my husband there yet?
The other one's saying he's a policeman.
He is a policeman. Please, Miss Field, my husband is a policeman. Please stop shooting.
Police, come out!
Please don't shoot.
Police! Come out of the house and drop the gun!
How do I know you're the police?
Look out the window. Look, I came in a van. I'll turn on the flashing lights. Okay, now come outside. Out on the veranda. Keep coming, come on. You come down the stairs. Keep coming, come on. This way. Come on. Good. Put the gun down. Put it down. Good, now walk toward me. Keep walking. Is there anyone else in the house?
There's a man inside. I shot him.
Come to me.
Hello? Hello, please? Hello?
Well, I'll check him, you check the rest of the house.
Is he armed?
No, get a towel, will you? Get it quickly. I've got to stop the bleeding. Get anything, will you? Yeah. Right, call an ambulance, tell them to hurry. Go on, mate, you hear me?
Hello?
Mount Thomas 603, we have a confirmed shooting. Inform the ambos the wound is to the stomach. The victim is conscious.
Thank you, 603.
Right, you want to tell me what happened?
Me?
Yeah, you.
He had a gun. I thought he was going to kill me.
Seems he had a jemmy in his hand.
In the dark, it looked like a gun. Have you found the other one?
What other one?
She thinks there were two.
There were two. Why do you think I shot at the policeman?
Right, you keep an eye on her. I'll go check with Wayne.
Now, matey, you listen to me. That girl says there's another bloke. So where is he?
I was on my own, knocking her off. Wanted to call it quits. Then she asked me over to talk. She shot me.
Nick, St David's are here. They're out the front with the girl.
Call PJ, get him out of here quick.
Hello, St David's Police. Yeah, it's Ross Patterson here. I'm the wife of Constable Wayne Patterson from Mount Thomas. Yeah, I was wondering if you'd heard anything on VKC about a shooting. Yeah, I understand that you can't normally give out details like that over the phone, but... No, I'm not from the media. I'm the watch housekeeper's wife at Mount Thomas. I heard shots fired over the phone, and I'm worried. Yeah, I understand.
VKC to Bendigo 311. Heavenly 611 to VKC.
Raz, what are you doing here?
I want to know if my husband's dead or not.
Should he be dead?
I had the woman on the phone when she shot an intruder. And while I was talking to her, she had a go at Wayne.
Raz, listen to me, okay? Mags would have told me if there was an officer down.
Please, PJ.
It's okay.
It's my husband.
It's okay. It's all right. I'll sort it out. You're all right.
Thank you. Nick and Wayne are outside searching for the second man.
Yeah, I talked to them outside.
Now, the wounded man was a Leonard Shane Dukes, Mount Thomas address.
Oh, Lenny Dukes. He's got form for break-ins. Should be a wife and kid around somewhere.
This is Miss Field, Detective Senior Constable Hasham.
Miss Phil, your father around?
He's in Western Australia talking to some groups there.
Right. Now, the wounded man, Leonard Dukes. Do you know him?
No.
Well, you said there was a second man. There's no sign of him.
I heard him speaking. I assumed he was speaking to someone else.
What did he say?
He sounded angry. Do you mind if I get dressed?
Yeah, Constable. What do you reckon?
Reckon it was a pretty good shot. Frightened young woman in the dark. Good shooting.
Well, the victim's saying she set him up, right?
That's what he said. But he would say that, wouldn't he?
You got a witness?
Who?
Roz. She's on the phone to her when all this went down. All right, boys, we need to get all this stuff up to the station. Detailed inventory.
She said it was licensed.
There's got to be a few floaters amongst them. Let's start, eh? We'll have my brekkie before lunchtime.
I'll get the van.
Yep.
Look, Mr. Dickens, there's not a lot I can do. If you choose to run free-range chooks, then it's inevitable you're going to lose a few to foxes. Yeah. All right, look, good luck. Bye-bye. Hello, Mount Thomas Police. Really? Yes, look, I'll get somebody out there straight away. Thanks very much. Hello, Mount Thomas Police. Sorry to keep you. Hello? Hello? Busy night, I hear. Did you make contact with Duke's wife yet?
Yeah, call passed on the way home.
Are you in charge here?
I'm the officer in charge, Miss Field, yes.
Do I know you?
Not really, no. I've seen you at Pony Club Gymkhanas a few times around town with your father.
Then you know who my father is. I'd like to speak to you alone.
We'll be needing to interview a boss.
A word, then, Detective Senior Constable Hasham will take a statement from you. That's me. Take a seat.
I know there has to be an investigation, but your detectives seem to be saying I could be charged.
A man's been shot, Miss Field. His condition is serious.
He broke into my house in the middle of the night.
That doesn't necessarily give you the right to shoot him.
Why not?
Well, that's the law.
Do you think that's right? A woman alone in a house at night doesn't have the right to defend herself against a burglar with an iron bar?
What I think doesn't matter. I have to deal with the law as it is.
My father's right. This country's going to the dogs. He always said, your house is your castle, that you have a right to defend it, that if someone breaks in after dark, they've forfeited any rights they might have.
No, Miss Fields, your father's wrong. Even burglars still have rights. You're entitled to use necessary force to protect yourself. That's all.
And who decides how much force is necessary?
The law, Miss Field.
PJ, where's Wayne? Is he okay?
Of course he is.
Why, of course?
Because if he wasn't, Ros, you would have had a knock at the door. Okay?
You okay, love?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you were all right.
Well, of course I'm all right. Why wouldn't I be? It was a piece of cake.
I was on the phone when she shot that man. I was still on the phone when she shot at you.
Yeah, PJ said something. She called you back.
Yeah, she rang me, and while I was talking to her, she tried to kill you.
She's just in there, love.
I don't care if she's just in there. I heard it all happen. I wanted to know if you were safe, and no one's seen fit to tell me.
Why don't we talk about this at home, eh?
Ros, we're going to need a statement about that phone call.
This is the last of them.
Good day. Can you guys take a statement from Ros, please?
Ross?
There were 2 phone calls. The first time she spoke to Wayne, and he asked me to phone you 2 for backup, and then she rang back.
How'd you know it was her?
She identified herself as Miss Field from Oakley Stud. She wanted to know how long Wayne would be. Said they were in the house.
She said they?
Yes. I think they're in the house. I said that Wayne would be there soon, and then she said they were getting closer. In the hall, I think she said. Is there a hall in the house?
Ross, just tell us what you remember.
I tried to calm her down, reassure her. And then she was shouting at someone. There was nothing I could do. I felt totally helpless.
Ros, what did she shout?
Put it down. I've got a gun.
They were her words?
I can't forget them. She had a gun. Wayne was on his way there, and there was going to be a shooting again.
Again?
Like last time. He went to work, got shot, and nearly died.
Ros, take it easy. Wayne's okay. Nothing happened.
It could have happened, though. I thought it was going to happen.
Ross, just concentrate on the phone call, will you?
The caller said, put it down, I've got a gun.
And then she shot him.
No, you were on the phone. You didn't see that happen. Look, you heard a loud noise?
No, I heard a gun go off.
Not just a loud noise?
No, a gun.
So you heard this gunshot?
And then the screaming. I can't get the sound of it out of my head. It was just this terrible screaming that went on and wouldn't stop.
Ros, this is important. You heard her say, put it down, I've got a gun. Then you heard the shot, then the screaming. How much time was there between when she said, put it down, I've got a gun, and when the shot was fired?
A couple of seconds. Put it down, I've got a gun, bang, something like that.
About 3 seconds.
Doesn't sound very long.
Well, it can be like a lifetime. Depends on what's happening.
Ms. Field, could you please sit over the other side of the desk? Thank you.
Now, there's a few things we need to clear up.
What's that?
You understand I have to ask you this?
What?
The man you shot, Leonard Shane Dukes, is making certain allegations about you and him.
You are not serious.
He said I'd been knocking her off, she asked me over to talk, and then she shot me.
I wouldn't touch that little maggot.
All right, so, you and he weren't...
The thought of it makes me want to puke.
So that's a no.
That's a no. We weren't intimate. I've never met him. Is that plain enough?
Yes, that seems plain enough.
Spare a cup of tea for an old digger?
Sure.
Here, let me. It's a very nasty experience. No one says policing is a safe job. Situations get very bad very fast. It's not like the movies. It's not like you're in a firefight every day of your life.
She shot at him.
Frightened young woman in a house full of guns. Father needs his head read.
In the last year, twice.
Ros, the odds against it happening again are about 1,000,000 to 1.
You believe that?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
Look, I'm sorry you're upset.
I'm not upset, Tom. I'm angry.
Angry? With me? With the service? With Wayne? He was only doing his job.
With her. With the one who tried to kill him.
Wayne's alive. Look, I understand what you're going through. I've seen Nell go through it. But he's alive. That business at the station last week, when you gave that woman information. The point is, Ros, you got emotionally involved. That's why you're no longer working at the station. And you're doing it again now.
Emotionally involved about my husband. About the man I love.
I know it's not easy. Should I get Nell in for a bit of a chat?
No. She just tell me I shouldn't worry. I know that already.
He was standing in the doorway. He had something in his hand.
You see what it was?
It was dark.
Right, so you opened the desk, got out a bunch of keys, opened a gun cabinet, selected a weapon, loaded it, and made 2 phone calls. Now, this was all in the dark.
I'm used to the dark. On a grazing property, you do a lot of things in the dark. Country people aren't afraid of the dark like city people are. My dad says it's why country blokes make better soldiers.
Right, so you did all these things in the dark, but you didn't see that what he had in his hand was a jemmy, not a gun.
It was dark.
You spoke to him. What did you say?
I said something like, "Drop it, I've got a gun."
Then what happened?
He didn't drop it, so I shot him.
In the dark?
He was skylined, silhouetted.
How much time did you give him between asking him to drop it and firing?
Long enough.
What, 1, 2, 20 seconds, 30
5
seconds?
seconds, maybe. It's hard to tell. He wasn't going to drop it. I could tell he wasn't going to drop it.
What's this, Meals on Wheels?
Tom ordered food for the starving troops and included you in.
And suggested you come and hose me down?
Oh, I couldn't imagine Tom interfering like that.
He's already suggested that Nell come and talk to me. All right, come in. Police food?
Afraid so.
Let me guess, hamburger with the works and chips?
Got it in one. But when he said it was for you.
Thank you.
You know, all my life I've seen cops come and go in this town, because the Imperial's always been their pub, and... Well, how many friends have you made since you've been here?
You? Maggie? Nick and PJ? I guess Tom and Nell.
The coppers in the pub, that's classic.
I've tried.
What, the CWA? Sporting clubs? Churches?
I'm not...
Sporty country or religious?
I'm a copper's wife.
No, you're not. You're Roz. You're my friend. You're this great Sheila that comes into the pub and makes me laugh.
I'm a copper's wife with everything that implies. I'm the one whose husband's just booked you for speeding. The one who might dob you in if you get out of line. The one who knows if your kids are on drugs. Copper's wife.
Okay, let's go to the second time you're fine.
I'm very sorry about that. I thought the other one was outside the window.
Did you hear the constable identify himself as a police officer?
Yes.
Yet you fired.
I thought he was lying, trying to con me in.
You still fired?
It just... I fired. I was frightened and I fired. It just sort of went off.
Just sort of went off. But you're very used to handling weapons, aren't you, Ms. Field? There are several different calibers of ammunition in that cabinet. You managed to find the right caliber and load it in the dark. And when you put your weapon down for me on the lawn, you did it in the manner of someone accustomed to handling weapons safely.
I grew up on a station. There's always guns around. It's nothing special.
Well, most stations you'd have what? A 22 for vermin? Heavy caliber rifle if you killed your own meat? 12 gauge maybe? That'd be tops, wouldn't it?
Depends on the property.
Your father's collection. It looks like he's expecting a war.
He is. They're going to come one day and he wants to be ready.
Going to come? Who's going to come?
An army. An invading army, and he wants to be ready. That's why he's away at the moment, talking to some of the groups.
No, we'll be in contact, Miss Field. Constable Doyle will drive you home.
Winchester 44? What's this bloke need all his guns for?
He's a member of a sort of a civilian militia. There's a few of them around. They're worried about a possible invasion one day. They train together, collect supplies.
Collect guns?
Well, as long as they're licensed, they're none of our business.
Checking the licensing. My money says he'll be minding a few for friends.
Hang on, boss. This bloke can just recruit his own private army. That's what we're saying.
He's a World War II man.
He can't be. His daughter's only 25.
Some of us do manage to perform into old age, Patterson. You'll be grateful for this small mercy should you live long enough. He can remember a time when this country was actually threatened with an invasion.
If he feels that way, he should join the Army Reserve.
Not at his age. Look, son, you haven't uncovered some loony right-wing conspiracy. Oldfield had a good war record. He cares for his country. Now, if he's broken the law, we'll charge him. If he hasn't, we'll leave him alone.
He's got an armoury. His daughter used it to shoot someone.
No, she didn't. She used one rifle. Every farm in this district's got a rifle. It would have happened, armoury or not. PJ, have you talked to the wounded man?
Yeah, they're operating. They're going to let us know when we talk to him.
Go home, shower, shave, talk to your missus, then come back and do your report.
Thanks, boss. Howdy.
Hi.
How's things?
Okay.
Boss sent me home to shave.
Are you eating yet?
No, not a thing.
Coming up then.
Ooh, goody. Listen, about last night, there wasn't a lot of danger. You know that, don't you?
That's good.
I know when I said it was a piece of cake, that was being flip, but...
Just so long as there wasn't any danger.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry she rang you back.
They paid their taxes. I suppose she was entitled.
She didn't have to put you through that. You shouldn't have had to know.
Wayne, it was not knowing. It was knowing that something was happening and then the phone going dead and then not knowing.
I understand.
Do you?
Yes. Look, if you had been out there and I had been sitting here at home, I would have been worried, sick. I understand.
I almost came out there to Oakley Stud.
Well, you must never do that.
I know. I know I shouldn't have barged into the police station this morning.
Oh, well, I would have rung you when I had a chance.
I know I should be able to distance myself from your work, but...
You look, work is separate. You know, things happen.
that you can't tell me about.
Because I'm a woman?
No. If Maggie had a civilian husband, there's things she wouldn't tell him.
Women do, though. Talk.
Yeah, well, if she did, he'd probably want her to quit. Hey, it's mostly boring stuff, you know, like people throwing up on you, things they say.
Guns they fire.
Doesn't happen that often.
Wayne, it's happened to you twice that I know about. And I can't help thinking, what about all the other times I might never know about? I know you know what I'm like, and I get upset. And I can't lock your work into a little room and never look inside. Now you know all that, you're going to start telling me less and less.
No, I won't. No, I will always be honest with you.
Go on. Go and have a shower. I don't want the boss ringing.
Hey, don't do that. You're not my slave.
Well, look, I'll do it all later.
Okay. Well, I better get back to work. The boss awaits me.
Wayne.
You there, Ross?
Hi. Hi. I tried to call.
Yeah.
Ros, we don't have a lot of time to talk now.
No.
We need you to sign your statement.
She shot at him, Maggie.
I think she was frightened.
I get frightened. I don't shoot at people.
Let's get it signed. We'll talk later, okay?
I hate her. There's this woman I don't know, I haven't even met really, and I hate her. I don't think Wayne does.
That's the job.
But I hate her.
Hi. There was a message under my door from a Constable Doyle.
Mrs. Dukes.
Mr. Asher.
How are you?
Look, what's going on? Lenny wasn't home last night.
Come through, please.
Don't tell me you've got him again for something. Oh, I wish he could learn to keep out of trouble. One night. Just...
Mrs. Dukes, listen to me. There's been an incident with a firearm.
Yeah?
He's in hospital.
He's been shot?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who shot him?
He was shot whilst breaking into a house.
Why? Lenny's never gone in armed. He wouldn't hurt anybody. What house? Where?
It was a property out of town.
Well, whose property?
Look, this isn't important. They've operated. He's unconscious. You can talk to him later.
Who's that?
The wounded man's wife.
He's got a wife.
Let's concentrate on your statement, shall we, Ross?
Take a seat. Then he was found on premises at a place called Oakley Stud. You ever hear of it?
I don't have to incriminate my husband for you.
Mrs. Dukes, there's no argument. It's where we found him, where he was shot, where the Ambos picked him up. I'm just asking you if you know it.
Yeah, where that crazy old field guy runs his private army from.
Right. So you've heard of it.
It was in the local paper about all the guns he collects.
Then he wouldn't have a maid to give him a good price on second-hand guns, would he?
Then he hates guns. He wouldn't want one.
Yeah, he might flog a few and sell them, if he thought Phil was away.
What do you want me to say, Mr. Hasham?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Is there anything you want to add? Anything that doesn't seem quite right?
No, that all looks right.
Boss, that was the hospital. Lenny Dukes just died.
Did he say anything?
Without regaining consciousness, they said. I don't know. If I had got there sooner, if I had called the Ambos before I left.
You responded promptly, quickly and safely. There was no point calling the Ambos till you heard the shot. As far as I'm concerned, you did it by the book. And blaming yourself is not going to bring him back, OK?
OK.
Aggie, Lenny Dukes just died. Come with me. We'd better tell his wife.
So there's no one who might have been with him?
There's no easy way to tell you this, Mrs. Dukes.
Get on here.
We'll just get you stapled for you, Miss Field. Through here, thank you.
He wasn't dangerous.
Yeah, we'll get you home, Mrs. Dukes. Let's have a chat in here, thank you.
She said Lenny. Lenny was just a thief.
Leonard Dukes, the man you've alleged to have shot, he died in hospital. Sorry.
My father. He's a very fine man. He always said if someone broke in, they had no rights. You could shoot them. Very fine man.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
I was frightened. I thought he might kill me. I fired. It was just like my father told me. I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't. I imagine you're going to have to charge me with something.
There's been a death, Miss Field. Yes, I'm afraid we will.
I'd like to get in touch with the family lawyers.
Of course.
I tried to clean up at home. I hope that won't be misinterpreted.
I shouldn't think so.
Very well, then.
When Mum was alive, she'd send Dad off to work every day. It was a job. He'd go to work and he'd come home again.
He'd come home with bruises he didn't talk about, laughed off.
Mm-hmm.
Your father was shot once, right?
Ros, the odds of that happening again to Wayne...
Yeah, 1,000,000 to 1. Tom said that.
Did he? I guess we've all got to believe that.
You see, I think Wayne's telling me less and less. When I was working at the station, I saw things I'd never known about before. He hadn't told me things before. He protected me. But now I know a lot more. It's become worse. And because I react, he's going to go on telling me less and less until he tells me nothing.
I guess Mum didn't think about it. She was upset when Dad was hurt, of course she was, but she was of a different generation. Men went to war, they took risks at work, and they sometimes got hurt. But that's what life was like. You know, if she was still alive, there'd be things I wouldn't tell her.
But you'd tell your father.
He knows anyway.
Wayne says that there are things you wouldn't tell your husband if you were married.
I don't know.
Wayne's... He's got this sweetness. What's going to happen to that if he has to kill someone? If you ever have to...
Ros, it's really something I try not to think about. You know, things happen to us, things happen to everyone. And you don't get through without the scars. No one does.
I love him too much, Maggie. If I didn't love him so much, it wouldn't matter.
Where you been?
Talking to Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah, I needed to talk.
I was worried about you.
You worried about me?
I do.
Yeah, you do. Listen.
Look,
Sorry, go on.
I think I said it all last night. It was just bad luck that she rang you. The worst kind of luck.
What's going to happen to her?
We charged her. The courts will decide if she used necessary force.
Necessary force?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Wayne, I'm going back to Melbourne.
I thought you might say that. If I got a transfer to Melbourne. But that isn't really what this is about, is it?
No, it'd be the same. I know too much now. When I didn't know so much about your work, it was better.
If I quit the force?
Wayne, I'm not asking that. I couldn't live with the guilt. And 2, 3, 10 years down the track, whenever you're unhappy with whatever it was you were doing instead, and you look back at what you gave up. Wayne, I love you too much. I don't want you to have to die. And I don't want you to have to kill anyone. And I don't want to wait every day for that to happen.
It's mostly boring stuff, you know. It's papers and summonses and people throwing up on you.
But the other times happen.
When were you thinking of going?
Tomorrow.
Give my regards to your mum and dad. And, you know, as soon as you get settled...
I'll give you my number.
So, will you get a job?
Yeah. Maybe night school. TAFE, uni or something.
Rose, I don't want this to be the end. There has to be a way.
Look, come. Train will be along soon. I don't want you to be late for work.
I'd rather stay.
Please. I'll just make a fool of myself in front of all your customers.
You sure? Your suitcases?
Yeah, I'll be by myself at the other end anyway.
Yeah. Okay, well, in next free weekend, I'll be straight down to Melbourne.
Seeing the wife off?
Yeah, mate.
Which one of you bludgers has got my paper?
Maggie's got the paper.
Oh, yeah,
You
Maggie's
shouldn't
got
do
it.
that, Maggie.
Wayne, you're late.
Boss,
I stayed in for a bit of extra breakfast.
Ross has gone to Melbourne.
Yeah.
What's this, a holiday?
No.
There's a bit of a do in the pub tonight, Wayne. Want to be in it, mate?
Mount Thomas Police?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Good. Thank you for your call. We'll get somebody out there straight away. Nick, there's been a 3-car pile-up on the highway near 7 Mile. Nobody injured. Maggie, you and Wayne go with him.
It happens, boss.
Mount Thomas Police? Oh, thank you. Yes, we've already got that one covered. Yeah, thanks very much for your call anyway. Thank you. Bye-bye.
It happens.
Bu kadar mı lan? Havaya çekiyor mu Ya orada yandılar lan. Önüne düşüyor. Vay. Bize söker misin? Herkes telefon elinden malum oldu. Çok yakın lan.
Mount Thomas Police.
My name's Moira Field. I'm on my own here. My father's away. There's someone outside. I can hear them. They're trying to break in. I'm at Oakley Stud.
Oakley Stud, that's just past Sandy Creek, isn't it?
Yes, about 20 kilometres. Please, hurry.
On my way.
What's happening?
That's a Miss Field, Oakley Stud, just past Sandy Creek, about 20 clicks. Sounds like a simple burglary, but can you grab Nick and Maggie for backup, just in case?
This field, Oakley Stud, past Sandy Creek, about 20 kilometres. Okay.
Wayne there yet?
That's it.
police.
Has he left yet?
I'm sorry, who's that?
Miss Field from Oakley Stud.
Oh, Miss Field, I'm Constable Patterson's wife. He should be there very soon.
I think they're in the house.
Miss Field, he'll be there any moment.
They're in the hall. I can hear them. Put it down, I've got a gun.
This is Mount Thomas 303 VKC approaching Oakley Stud. Heard one shot fired from within the house, someone yelling inside.
603 and 311 are making their way there now.
Thanks, VKC, will advise.
What's happening?
Police, come out of the house! Police, come out!
Miss Field, please, what's happening?
I shot one. He had a gun and I shot him.
Is my husband there yet?
The other one's saying he's a policeman.
He is a policeman. Please, Miss Field, my husband is a policeman. Please stop shooting.
Police, come out!
Please don't shoot.
Police! Come out of the house and drop the gun!
How do I know you're the police?
Look out the window. Look, I came in a van. I'll turn on the flashing lights. Okay, now come outside. Out on the veranda. Keep coming, come on. You come down the stairs. Keep coming, come on. This way.